Well, according to OBS, I'm live here, and it's kind of giving me opposing vibes because the live streaming YouTube studio thingy is making it sound as if the chat is disabled, and I have a pop out that seems to act differently. It's like your basic chat pop out thing. I don't even know if it's true or not. I'm gonna send a test message here. I don't know, man. Seems to work. But see, it's weird because the live streaming YouTube studio thing, the interface, it's making it sound as, or it's making it look as if it says chat is disabled for this live stream. I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh it to see what happens. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I guess I just needed to refresh things. Anyway, so if you're seeing this, tuning in, thanks for tuning in. I don't see anybody hearing to be watching this, which is all good, man. I mean, it's my first freaking live stream, so I'm just gonna kind of roll with it, you know. In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna kind of pretend that this is just another standard video that I make for these Rimworld uploads that I make. So in the last game, or last upload, there was a situation that came up concerning an opposing faction, and apparently they've invited me to some sort of weird diplomacy rendezvous. I've never done that before, so I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I guess we'll figure it out, though. I think last time I left off with designating some people to go, as you can see right here. I think I have, what? I think it's corresponding to the number of horses I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7 people, I guess. Okay, and my main person is going with them too. So I've got Gabs, which is our leader here. She's the Countess. She's going, and I have about I've got basically about 3 or 4 veteran fighters going with her, and I don't know, 1 or 2 other support people. So we'll just kind of roll with it and see how it goes. I don't know how long it's going to take, though, for them to get everything packed up. Hope you guys are having a good day or night, wherever you are. Just about ready for 2026, which I'm actually kind of happy about, man. I am not going to miss 2025 at all. Don't you love it? Well, I mean, it could have been worse. And to turn lemonades, or lemon into lemonades, lemons into lemonade, we'll get some extra components out of that. Could have been a lot worse, though. I hate it when that happens, though, man. It's kind of hilarious, too, because here you are, you're dealing with a colony that has the technological capabilities to do things like make all of these different weird autocannon turrets and stuff, but they can't do anything about meteorites or meteors that are crashing into your freaking roof. It'll take forever, though, to get that mined. one thing that I've done here recently is build these things. These mech boosters. I was hoping that they would stack their effect, I mean. Unfortunately, they don't, I guess. But they have actually kind of sped up how quickly some of the mechs operate. Which is definitely good for this area, since I've got all of this rice to harvest. For anybody that is just now seeing this who didn't watch the previous video that I made, in the last video we were invited to meet with one of our opposing factions out here a little ways from our base right here. The faction is Gagwo. To give you a little bit of a lay of the land on that, here are some of the factions that I'm kind of dealing with. Basically allies with the Refugee Dominion. These guys, the people, I don't even know if I can pronounce that. People of Mbaxada. No idea. In the Northwest Hiwanium, or Hiwanum. These guys are usually the people that I do any trades with. These guys right here are the people that the faction that sometimes raids my place. And in their defense, I mean, I'd be pissed off too if I had to deal with somebody dropping a bunch of those toxic waste packs into my land, which I guess is where this is. Because whenever I jettison those things, because I don't have enough of those waste pack atomizer things to deal with it without doing this. So in order to kind of deal with it, I jettison them out of my colony out here. And whenever I do that, it pisses off the Kiosh people, or whatever they are, these guys, Kush. And in the past, it would take about maybe 3 or 4 times of jettisoning those things out before they would eventually try to attack me. And every single time they came out to try to attack me, I'd always take them out and like nothing. And it's been a long time since they've tried to do that. But so far, those have been the only people that have tried to raid me. All of these others haven't. And I don't know if that's got something to do with my difficulty setting or not, because I'm using the Randy AI or whatever it is. But the reason that I've always used the Randy AI instead of the others is because the others are just freaking insane in my eyes. I mean, they'll do stuff that's just completely stupid. And Randy does too sometimes, man. I mean, and I mean, it's not as bad as the others, but every once in a while, Randy will just kind of let you have it for some of the dumbest, I mean, for reasons that don't even make any sense. Like there's been times, for example, when some of my my colonists would go through a plague on top of something like blight of my my crops, and then there would be like a random freaking meteorite that would crash into something, you know, and then there would be a drop in food stores. It, it was just like one thing after another. And there have been times in the past when I would just freaking restart the damn game and it would be 10 times better. And that's usually whenever I know that it's just the freaking AI. And don't get me wrong, man, I'm not opposed to like challenges and stuff every once in a while. But whenever it gets to be that extent of challenge, that's when you know that it's like the AI making the game hard for the sake of making the game hard instead of actually making it fun. So I'm not opposed to like hard challenges and stuff as long as it makes sense. But whenever all that shit just kind of goes down at once, that's when I kind of draw a line. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough with Randy to where you know when it's Randy being Randy. Anyway, I think these guys, if I'm not mistaken, I think they just departed for the rendezvous point. Trying to find where they all are though. I don't know. They've left somewhere. Usually I can find them before they leave. Oh wait, here's Anton. Okay, yeah, here they are. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. I've never had one of these kinds of missions before. It's probably just gonna be nothing, you know. I wouldn't be surprised though if they try to ambush me. One thing I've discovered in this game, and this might just be the version that I'm running, because I haven't upgraded yet to the more recent versions of this game that have been released lately. But one thing I've noticed that once you get later on in the game, like I am, those damn bulk good traders hardly ever come around. I don't know why that is, too, man. I'm thinking that it's got something to do with the AI, or possibly like maybe there's like an algorithm or something in there that says if your colony is able to support itself to a certain extent, you know, decrease the frequency of those global traders that come around by X amount. I don't know, but there's definitely like a correlation there. It's like the later on in the game you get, and the more powerful of a colony you have, the fewer times you can expect those global traders to come in. Because I can't remember the last time I saw one. I think the last trader that came around was one that was on foot, and it was like a what was it? I think it was one of those types of traders that you get usually like weapons from or whatever they are. I can't remember what they're called. But there's the bulk traders, there's that type of trader, and then there's like the exotic traders or something that you can sometimes get things like boomalopes from, or stranger things from, like those trees, these guys right here, the Pollux trees. But I haven't seen those lately either. To be honest with you, I just haven't seen hardly any traders at all. It's kind of, it sucks because I've got so much crap that I'd like to sell. I can't really do any of it unless I consciously decide to go and be proactive and like go down to these guys right here with a big caravan of stuff and then trade that way. But I think it takes almost like about 4 days just to get there, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at that. Well, okay, 2 days, but 4 days basically to and from. So needless to say, though, it's a pain in the ass, because then at that point you've got to worry about how many like oxen that you're taking or whatever. Because with me, like, I've got a shit ton of fabrics and textiles and stuff. And so whenever I do any kind of trade like that, I load up about 8 ox. Yaks, I mean, forget it. Yaks. About 8 yaks. Load them all up with stuff like that. And go down there, load up on the stuff that I want, and then take care of the difference in any financial gains by selling off as much textiles as I can. And usually I try to do that with both the global traders, but they just hardly ever come around. Early in the game, though, they were coming around all the time. Anyway, it looks like our diplomats are on their way. This will be interesting to see what happens. I hate it when this happens. These jerk-offs that want to start fires all the damn time. Just a second here. Alright. The way I've learned to deal with this is just have one person just kind of stalk the guy for a while. Which sucks, because you don't really want to have to waste time like that, but it's better than hurting them or getting into a fist fight, and it's better than putting them in jail. Damn it. Need to do that. Come on, Brody. Stop being a jerk. Ethan looks like a little girl. He's just about done with this. I hate it when these guys do this. In the ass. That's something else I wish this game had. I don't know if it's in the later versions or not, but I know that in this version at least, you don't really have an easy way to kind of snap someone out of a tantrum or anything like that. You're just gonna have to let them ride it out, unless you choose to either beat them up or arrest them. You would think that there'd be like a way to like stun people too, you know? Maybe like a cattle prod or something. Some Trank darts. Uh-oh. Just about there. Might be camping. Here we go. Talks were a success. The delegates reached new mutual understanding on several substantial issues. Relations with Gagwo have improved by 68. Anton, your negotiator, has gained 6,000 social experience. So that's it? Okay, I guess. So what? I guess we now have them come home? Yeah, I guess that's all there is to it then. That's pretty uneventful. So, let me see here. Okay, so they're not as bad now as they were. Negative 12, I guess. I don't know. Which is which here? So goodwill, I guess, is negative 12. I don't know what the negative 120 means though. I don't know, man. I don't know. No idea. But in any event, though, I guess I shouldn't really be expecting them to try to raid my place anytime soon. Still have these guys to deal with, though, and I haven't ever seen these guys at all. I don't really understand why I'm hostile with them, because I don't remember ever attacking them at all, or doing anything. I don't really remember these people either, except, okay, so let me give some context here, because I think I do actually remember where these people are from. So, I don't know if you guys have ever had this mission or whatever, but there's a mission that I wound up going through where you have to collect these two artifacts, the Venform and this thing called the Hornexus. And now that I have those displayed in their reliquaries, every once in a while I'll get some pilgrims come in here to my colony to venerate these things. And I guess the idea is that if you treat them right and they have a good experience venerating these things, they might one day gift you some sort of thing or something. And there have been a couple times when I would receive just random drops of just miscellaneous stuff. But I think at one point I had some pilgrims come by from this faction right here. Well, I'm kind of let down. I was expecting something big to happen from that diplomacy thing. I got a letdown. Guess that wasn't connected. In case you're curious, what I'm basically doing right here is converting this into another rice growing basin area or wing. Beforehand, I had like a medical unit here and one of the scanners right here. And the reason I'm doing this is just to make, not only to make everything consistent, but also to increase the number of these little doodads, these band nodes. Because I'm planning on making more. I'm planning on making some fabric warps. And in order for me to do that, I have to A, increase my bandwidth for the mechs, and B, basically get some hostages and sacrifice them to that rip scanner thing. So I guess in a way I'm kind of disappointed that my diplomacy with Gagwo or whatever is getting better. Maybe we can get the Kush people to come raid us soon. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I end up doing. So I send all of these things out there. And whenever I do this, it pisses off the Kush faction. But I've got to do it until I have enough of those atomizer things. What I'm kind of banking on is that I'll piss them off enough to where they'll come out here and try to raid me. When I do, I'll take some of those hostage. I'll take some of them hostages and take some of them hostage and put them into the rip scanner so that I can start making some of those fabric ores. Gavril. Okay, let's get this figured out here. Let me see here. Nine. And yes, you can have people get killed from that, from roof collapses. I've had that happen before. What, man, just for... Set some up here just to be safe. I'll be wasting my time on this. I'll have Tanya work on this one. Okay. See, that's something that pisses me off a lot. I've got auto slaughter rules configured, and what they'll do is they'll come through here and take care of those that they need to slaughter, but then just leave the carcasses there. And at some point, it creates lung rot and all that crap. So half the time, I have to go through here and make sure that they're dealt with. And depending on who it is I select, sometimes they don't haul stuff, you know. It's just kind of a pain in the rear. Let's see here. Is that all? I think so. Oh. Actually, hold on a second here. I think that's... Get these over here. Oh. probably one of those stupid kids that, yeah, see, for some reason, the little kids, they always like to go into these, what I call the furnace rooms, and draw on the floor. And whenever they do, they wind up having these freaking heat spell things. And I always have to find somebody that can go in there and rescue them. It pisses me off. One of these days, I'm going to redo this whole launch room. So I have to go into each one individually and do this. From what little I understand, I think you can like create groups of these things if you build them like not like this, but stack them on top of one another. I didn't know that at the time. Mad guinea pig. He'll bite you. Bite your ankles. Get him, Shannon. Uh-oh. Alright, never mind. All clear. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. Guinea pig. Guinea pig down. Little a-hole. Serves you right for trying to nibble at our ankles. There they is. Yeah, that was kind of a letdown. I guess I don't really know what I was expecting. Part of me was kind of suspicious that it was going to be like a trick and they were going to like try to ambush us or something. Really, it was just kind of a, I don't know, like a lame thing. I guess that's how it goes, though. Well, I think the mission now is to just go ahead and get this last wing done with those growing basins. And get that wrapped up too, that stupid meteor. And then once I think once I'm done with that, then I'll I guess I'll summon another one of those Apocryphon things. And get some more of those chips so that I can keep working on those atomizers. So that needs to be done. I hate having to send off the waste packs, but on the same hand too, though, as long as those guys keep trying to raid me, it'll be nice to have some captives to throw at that rip scanner thing. But they haven't come here lately, so I don't know if they've given up on trying to screw with me or not. I guess we'll see. Anyway, man, I think that's where I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to call it a night here. Before too long, it's going to be the whole New Year's bash. And where I live, I'm sure they'll be lighting off a bunch of fireworks and stuff. So anyway, if you guys are enjoying the festivities, I hope you're staying safe. Don't get into any trouble. And I don't know, man, I might try to stream again tomorrow. Celebrate the new year. I'm really hoping that this new year turns out to be better than last, man. So I tell you, 2025 sucked. I mean, it had its good moments and stuff, but I think we've got a lot of issues in this country where the economy and stuff is concerned, especially where jobs are. Because I don't know if any of you are in the know about some of that kind of stuff, but for anybody that's looking for a job, man, they'll know just how bad the job market is right now. And my hope is that 2026 turns out to be a better year for that type of stuff. So I guess we'll just have to see, man. But anyway, stay safe, and I will see you whenever I see you. And if you tuned in, thanks. If not, no worries. And we'll get you whenever we get you. See ya.